Okay, so today is the 13th of June. Let me give you a little bit of an update. Okay, this video I'm going to use because now I have a better feel for what is and is not going to take place. So, something that you know is I had everything in motion. Like, I got my stimulus check on the 29th or 30th. And so the first week of June, by the first week of June, I had a lot of things in motion as far as like the items I needed. It was just a pistol and a laptop. That's really it, a pistol, a laptop, and ammo. By the end of the week, the 5th of June, the government had shut all that down. Like most of it, really. Um, with the laptop, they stole it off the porch of the neighbor that stays beneath me and smoked it up. Meth. So I've been jumping through hoops all week. That's what this week has been about. You know, when I would contact FedEx, they would leave me on the phone on hold. Like they let the phone ring for hours. So there's documentation of that. There's documentation of my conversation with eBay. You know, there's screenshots of my communication with the seller. So all those things, that all transpired. Anyhow, today they ruled in my favor and are giving me a full refund. But also, as I was looking through laptops, I decided that I wasn't even going to go that route. I'm not doing it. And I began to check into my pistol. I have one item that was scheduled for return. It was a I forget what type of pistol it was, but it actually had the red cap. The red cap is the indicator that it's not a real firearm. So the way that it was positioned, I couldn't tell, and I purchased it. It was just, I was going for the cheapest thing because, like I said, you see all this play out in these videos. Like, there's so much detail in the videos that I was going to construct with the laptop, and now none of that's going to take place. You see what I really wanted and what I decided to get because that pistol is going to come in contact with the police, and I don't want it back after that. So anyhow, look, they're going off. Okay, so anyhow, it took me about a week. Within that week, about 7-8 hours to get that issue resolved for not the pistol or whatever. Like that's still ongoing. I spoke with the mail carrier on the 8th, which was Monday. Like I said, today's the 13th. I spoke a Saturday. I spoke with the mail carrier on Monday and I told them that package was scheduled for delivery that day. I have those screenshots. That's all included. What I did not record was my conversation between me and the mail guy. What I did was I tracked it and I found that, FedEx turned it over to USPS, so it would be coming with the mail. And when I talked to him, he said he didn't have it for sure. He said, but I'm here for the next 2 days and then I'm off on Wednesday. No, he said, I'm here Tuesday and I'm off on Wednesday and then I'll be back on Thursday, is what he told me. And I'm like, okay, but he's like, as soon as I get it, he was like, I'll be sure to send it back. It's no problem, you don't even have to worry about it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I do my running around this week, and what I did was I had a storage unit, a 5x5 reserved for Saturday. I ended up going yesterday. And initially I was going to take the bus. I was just going to, take one bag at a time. But because I was being attacked and got a late start at the day, I ended up calling for a taxi, ride for less. This is a recap of yesterday. Not for the recap of yesterday. So I called for this cab after I get off the phone disputing this matter with eBay. And I'm talking, and I'm like not even trying to have a conversation with the driver. When he pulls up, he's like real polite, like he's like, oh, I'm like, could you pull in the driveway for me? And he's like, oh no, he was like, it's no big deal. He was like, sometimes people are funny about that, so he was like, so I didn't know, I just didn't want to pull in and have a problem, and I was like, I get that, it's no problem though, get you back in. And he's like, yeah. So he backs in. Doesn't help me with the bags, and I'm noting that for a reason. I got 3 suitcases and a book bag. And I had my book bag on me because I was going to do laundry after I left. So anyhow, I'm not interested in having a conversation. And what I always do, you know this by now, is put my earbuds in. Then again, you don't know this by now because ain't nobody paying attention to nothing. Ain't nobody paying attention to shit. This is an isolated matter. So I put my earplugs in and I asked him, I'm like, this is like, we over here by, like, this is the stuff you can't see. Now we're over here by Bowling Green, I think, or the rubber ball. Hold up.